Assassination attempt, Halloween Day, October 31st, 1989, the day before of the 1-year anniversary of Mark Scarfo's tragedy, should also mark another unfortunate event for Nicky Scarfo Jr. This time it would affect his own life. On the evening on October 31st, 1989, Nicky Scarfo Jr. was dining in an Italian restaurant in Philadelphia when a man wearing a mask, some will say it was a Batman mask or a ski mask, and the man was holding a plastic candy bag, entered the restaurant of Dante and Luigi's restaurant. He approached Scarfo's table. The man then pulled a MAC-10 machine pistol from the bag and fired at Scarfo. Scarfo was struck 8 times in the neck, arms, and torso, but no vital organs were hit. And as you will see in this image, we'll show you the display of all the parts where Nicky Scarfo was hit and read to him as we go along. As you see in the image of Scarfo's wounds, the 9 bullet wounds suffered by Nicodemo Scarfo Jr., whether they are entrance or exit wounds, will be as noted. An entrance wound below his right ear, an apparent exit wound on the midline of his neck, just below the hairline. Right shoulder, below his breastbone, an exit wound. A grazing wound across the tip of his chin. Upper left chest. 3 bullet wounds in his upper left arm. 2 bullets are still lodged there, and one of them shattered the humerus, the long bone. And the source that came from the Thomas Jefferson University Hospital, depicting Scarfo's injuries and wounds, and this was graphed by Rob King from the Courier Post. As Scarfo was shot several times, as we showed you in the display, Scarfo returned home just 9 days later. Here are some news coverage reporting on the fiasco.
We interrupt our regular programming to bring you this special report from the Channel 6 Action Newsroom.
Hello, I'm Jim Gardner. Nicky Scarfo Jr., the son of the imprisoned crime boss of Philadelphia, was shot this evening in a South Philadelphia restaurant. Police say a man wearing a yellow mask walked into Dante and Luigi's restaurant between Catherine and Fitzwater on 10th. About 8:15, and opened fire with an automatic weapon. Scarfo was hit 3 times, twice in the chest, once in the neck. He is in critical condition at Jefferson. We'll have a complete report at 11 tonight.
doctors don't want to like give you a guarantee about his condition, but I feel good after talking to the doctor that's in charge of the case now.
No major arteries or veins were injured. We did arteriograms, which x-rays of the blood vessels, and the bullets were in proximity to several large blood vessels, but none of them were injured. So there was no major blood loss.
Did have some pain and discomfort.
Does he realize how close he came to dying? I mean, in the sense that a fraction of an inch could have made...
Well, I don't think that he thinks of it in terms of fractions of an inch, but he does realize that somebody was there to kill him, and that it was very close that he wasn't killed. I would say he was kind of lucky.
He's in fair condition. He's very stable.
Nicky Scarfo Jr. is very lucky to be alive. Doctors here at Jefferson Hospital don't know exactly how many 9mm bullets ripped through his body last night, but he has at least 9 bullet wounds, including 1 below his right ear, 1 in his neck, his chin, and 2 in his chest. Yet remarkably today, he is...
He's talking. He's going to get some clear liquids for lunch, and he's doing very, very well.
Nicky Scarfo Jr. is progressing. The police say the probe into his shooting has been hampered by the fact that Scarfo will not cooperate.
Yes, we have talked with him.
What has he been able to tell you?
Well, he too referred us to his attorneys.
Attorney Robert Simone said police first tried to question Scarfo as he was lying in a pool of blood. But Simone concedes, even as Scarfo recovers, cooperation is doubtful.
History tells us that he's not going to talk.
Simone said he was able to contact Scarfo's father, mob boss Nicky Scarfo, today to tell him his son's condition was improving. The elder Scarfo is in federal prison in Illinois. Police have little to go on. They are trying to trace this machine pistol, which was found about 100 feet from the South Philadelphia restaurant where Scarfo Jr. was gunned down. All they know about the triggerman is that he is about 5'9", thin, wore a mask, and said nothing. But while facts are scarce, theories for the shooting abound. One school of thought, the hit was ordered by members of the Gambino mob family of New York, which is now headed by this man, John Gotti. The theory is the New Yorkers are enraged that Scarfo Jr.'s cousin, Mob Lieutenant Phil Leonetti, has reportedly become a government informant and will testify against Gotti. Last night's hit has been termed a payback. The homegrown theory is that Scarfo Jr., playing the surrogate for his imprisoned father, had angered locals with an emerging arrogant style. As for those theories, police will...
Okay, we have no information of that whatsoever.
And as for the future, is last night's attack the start of something?
I thought it all did come to an end a couple of years ago, but evidently I'm wrong again.
John Rollins, Channel 6, Action News.
The Scarfo family in happier times, celebrating the acquittal of Scarfo Sr. and his associates in the South Testa murder back in May of last year. For the family, now an obscure, faded memory. While there is relief among family members tonight that Nicky Jr. will likely pull through, his shooting is but the latest in harsh blows they have suffered. Ironically, only today, Nicky Jr.'s younger brother Mark was to go home from a New Jersey medical facility where he remains in a coma after last year's suicide attempt. Meantime, sources close to the investigation believe last night's incident was a botched assassination attempt on the life of Nicky Jr. The Mac 11 semi-automatic used in the shooting, unlike some weapons, was designed for precise target hits.
The type of weapon that was used will produce a lot of penetration, but not a lot of widespread tissue damage.
Investigators believe the perpetrators were supposed to finish what's left of the Scarfo mob family.
They're decimated here in Philadelphia because most of them are behind bars. Some of them will never get out from behind bars, including Scarfo Sr. and the 7 people that we convicted.
Investigators' worst fear tonight is that New York's Gambino mob family, headed by John Gotti, which has been moving aggressively into Atlantic City real estate, is now trying to move into Philadelphia.
It's possible that Philadelphia may be trying to be eliminated in the New York, Atlantic City, Philadelphia triangle.
But whoever ultimately is behind attempting to eliminate Junior and thus put the last nail in the Scarfo mob family coffin, investigators are pretty convinced of one thing. It's likely to get a lot bloodier before it's all over. I'm Dan Cuellar, Channel 6 Action News, South Philadelphia.
Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and check out more of our content. Feel free to give your feedback and suggestions on what we should do next in the comments. This is Infinite Lee Productions. We love ya.